Hello and welcome to your own YouTube channel, Speak of with Sahil. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping by. I have come up with an amazing topic again, and now we are going to discuss about Muhammad Yunus. Revolution often bring hope, but what comes after can be just as critical. Welcome to today's video, where we delve into the aftermath of Bangladesh's recent politics upheaval, exploring the challenges faced by Muhammad Yunus, the interim leader, and the nation's uncertain future. So, as we all know, like in the month of August, Bangladesh saw a dramatic shift. Sheikh Hasina, the nation's long standing autocratic leader, was overthrown by widespread student-led protest. Her government collapsed, leaving the country in turmoil. Stepping into this vacuum was Muhammad Yunus, a Nobel laureate and microfinance pioneer. But can Yunus, a man celebrated for like empowering the poor, steer Bangladesh through this stormy transition? So now this is the biggest questions coming now forward from the protesters and from the people in Bangladesh. Will the interim government under Muhammad Yunus will able to stop the crisis in Bangladesh, where food price and I think food inflation rate is around 13%, employment rate, unemployment rate is just skyrocketing. So the main reasons behind the oust of Sheikh Hasina, she launched some of the like controversial you can say schemes for the students, that what we call quota system, and during that quota system people did not appreciate it, and she was trying to lift all the quota was given to some of the family members of the people who fought for the Bangladesh during Pakistan and Bangladesh war in 1971. And after that, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the person who is the founding father of Bangladesh, given some right to those people who fought there, like for their nations in a bloodshed war. And after that, their family members were granted by an enormous thing, that's what we can call like a quota system. And under this quota system you will get some privilege from the government during the government exam, and you will able to get something that we can call, maybe like we can see the same thing in our nation, where the system has divided people like into several parts. The first one, general, OBC, SDSC, and this is what we call quota system. So for example, if you are giving an exam or you have secured 50 marks and you belong to a general category, and you see the cutoff goes by maybe 70 or 80 marks, then you are not qualified. But those who belong to SD and SC like category, for them the category for them I think the cutoff will be different. For them cutoff will be maybe 50, and if they performed very well and they got 55 marks, they are absolutely passed. So if you would see, this privilege comes under the government facilities. All of the Bangladeshis were not against this quota system, to be honest, but most of them were against this quota system. And the way they attacked Sheikh Hasina, that was showing the mentality of these people. They stormed the person's house. Same thing they did with like the previous and ex-president of Sri Lanka, Rajpaksha. The same thing they did with that guy as well, when they got into his home, and then after like they stolen each and everything from his home, and then they forced him to flee the country. Same thing we see this time happen with Muhammad Yunus, sorry, Sheikh Hasina. So Yunus caretaker government has already faced immense challenges. The economy, previously on the brink, has stabilized somewhat. Remittance, crucial to 5% of the country's GDP, are following again. Okay, and yet hurdle remains. The caretaker government lacks a legal foundation. Sheikh Hasina abolished interim government previous back in 2011. Yunus' legitimacy now rests solely on public support, a fragile foundation. So while inflation has eased, critical sectors like electricity and agriculture are under strain. India's Adani Group, and you might have heard this name before. So when Sheikh Hasina was like like the lamp of Aladdin kind of thing for Gautam Adani, and Gautam Adani provides approximately 10% electricity to Bangladesh. And now this 10% electricity that is coming from India, somewhat this group has said and claimed that if Bangladesh will not pay the pending 1,700 crore bill, till then Bangladesh is not going to get a single volt of electricity from Adani Group. So this is the biggest controversy now going on, like between these two countries. And as we know clearly, Adani will not provide a single percent electricity to Bangladesh if Bangladesh will not ready to give the pending bill of its electricity. So now supply much of Bangladesh electricity, and he cuts like shipments due to unpaid bills. And flooding has devastated rice production. If you would see the reason behind the inflation, that is you can say the flood. Bangladesh had seen several floods in this season, and during this season the way Bangladesh received this much floods, that clearly devastated, and that clearly devastated homes, cars, properties, and even that destroyed the full like crops, the rice crops. And that's why we can see that Bangladesh is clearly not going to get proper things. So on the street, Yunus is caught between two powerful forces. The first thing we need to understand about the Awami League, the people who elected, or the people who selected Muhammad Yunus for for the interim government, and these people are the protesters who are the mastermind behind the Ostov and behind the overthrown of um, Sheikh Hasina. These people are the ones who selected Muhammad Yunus to run the country. But for that, they have got a high expectation from Muhammad Yunus. First thing they want Awami League to be banned by him. Second thing they want that is, like the people who are supporting this Awami League should be arrested as soon as possible. So their demands are very much high. And like there is another party called BNP, Bangladesh Nationalist Party. This Bangladesh Nationalist Party is saying that we want you to hold an election ASAP, as soon as possible. You gotta tell me when you're going to conduct this election, so somebody can come from the BNP and rule the country. Now he's got now he's stuck between these two political parties. By the way, religious tensions add another layer of complexity. By the way, in a country with history of political violence, Hindu minorities are 8%. Only 8% of people are Hindus here, and they have already faced some of the attacks, including like burning down the home, temples, and criticism and torturing, bothering, a lot of things they have faced, to be honest. And some of the Hindu had to also leave their homes, to be honest with you. So 8% Hindu populations are dominated by 92% majority of the Muslim population in Bangladesh, and they are living there like a minority, and their situation is completely critical. And if you would look at these people's life, they are not feeling secure living there. The truth is true. I'm also Muslim, but the truth is truth. The truth that should be spoken, and that should be outspoken. Doesn't matter who is getting hurt or who is not getting hurt. It doesn't matter at all. So the international community is watching closely. The US and IMF have provided financial lifeline, but concern remains. If Yunus fails, there is a risk of Bangladesh falling into China's orbit for financial support. And once Bangladesh fall into the the China's supports orbit, or if Bangladesh goes to China for support, and we know what China is going to do with Bangladesh, same thing they did with Pakistan, the same thing China will do with Sri Lanka, the same thing when Sri Lanka got 2.1 billion loan and created the world's longest tower over there in Sri Lanka. I hope you read that news. And we know what China did exactly. China will never support you until they have not sold from you. So if they got something to do with you, they are going to support you. But once they find, no, I have nothing to do with you, they will never support you. Why China is not showing its concern like for Myanmar? Why China is not showing its concern for New Zealand or any country who is also like falling in recession? They will never. So the thing is here, we need to come across, that is like now we need something that will be telling these things, to be honest, so far. So what must Yunus do? First, I think he needs a clear plan. Within 3 months, a timetable for free and fair elections must be set. He has to conduct an election within 3 months. That will be a good thing for Bangladesh. Either, I am just telling you, if the election will not be conducted within 3 months, the thing we will see, that is different kind of protest will come. People will also come on the streets, and they will be demanding for Muhammad Yunus resignation. Now they will kick out Muhammad Yunus, and if he steps down, I don't find anybody who can run Bangladesh now, especially in this unstabilized economy. The first, they need to stabilize it, and the establishment of a proper government can help Bangladesh to get out from the situation. Literally, I'm saying. So the first, he need to do one thing, that is, he need to set a timetable for the election. That's not all. Long-term reforms are needed to strengthen Bangladesh's legal and electoral systems and ensuring stability beyond his tenure. So, Muhammad Yunus once revolutionized microfinance, transforming countless lives. Can he now lead Bangladesh through its most critical transitions yet? The stakes are high and the world is watching. Share your thoughts in the comment below if you are from Bangladesh or anybody who is interested in geopolitics. Will Yunus succeed? Or is Bangladesh heading towards deeper turmoil, or we can see different kind of protest within a month? Thank you very much for stopping by. Have a great day ahead. Take care.